We got 2 more ranked games between Zapatos and players who are over in North America for Worlds. Specifically this time, it is going to be a couple world champions in Monkey Moon and Dralii. So we are going to be watching first one game against Monkey Moon, then one against Dralii. These were all played before the event, of course. I think the players probably shortly left North America after the event, but these were in the run-up, and we're going to see how they fared against one of the resident North American 1v1ers, one that does love to upload his replays. Monkey Moon is going to be the first to score, as he is a guy who has dabbled in 1v1 a bunch, but doesn't seem like he plays it as much recently. I don't even think his ones rank is in the top 100. I don't think, Bacchusman is going to show their ranks or anything, but he's going to go up into an air dribble and going for the late musty. A zap dash from Zapatos to counter, and it will lead to him almost sailing the shot over the top, but does get it on target to tie up this game 1-1. Now on the other side of the field, Zapatos is also very willing to hit those musties like Monkey Moon just tried to set up, but I don't think Zapatos is going to ever give the benefit of as weak of a finish as Monkey Moon ended up giving Zapatos right now. Now, Monkey Moon is widely considered to be a GOAT, or in the conversation for the greatest player in Rocket League. It's not necessarily because of his mechanics and the kind of stuff that he can hit in a 1v1 environment. It's more so how he plays on a team and how he plays in threes, and how effective really his mechanics are when it comes to shot placement and movement on the field in a different context than 1v1, but that doesn't mean he's not a good 1v1er. He has been a good 1v1er wherever he has played, and I think he originally dabbled a lot in 1v1 before getting into the RLCS scene, as he's going to make a save to hand the ball over to Zapatos. Zapatos did not like that possession though. Only 20 boosts. He is going to let Monkey Moon control, and Monkey Moon seemed like he was trying to float behind the ball, not high enough though to actually win a 50, so Zapatos will take it away. And another cut towards the net from Zapatos when he's on really low boost. I wonder if it's possible for him to collect that ball and take it back towards the midfield, or even back towards his own corner, instead of the inevitable handover of possession that he's been going for right now. Those low 50s have worked well for Zapatos in some recent replays we've watched for him, but it's not going to work here, as he's forced back into the back corner. And the air dribble at ceiling height as a reset. 22 boosts to work with. That was great execution from Zapatos from the very start of the dribble. You could tell he had a great chance of scoring, and it's not easy to go the length of the field and save some boost left over to make the right play. It's exactly what he did, so all options available, and now he's going to go for a couple crazy resets and a goal on the Goats to make it 4-2. Specifically, that reset where he rolls away from the ball and flips back into it. Again, I'm sure all the freestylers know exactly the name that reset has, but as somebody who sees it only from Zapatos in these replays, it's not something I've seen often. And now a musty, or 2 different musties over the course of this dribble that eventually leads to a demo and a 5th goal for Zapatos. So he is starting to style now. I've talked about how he can get his aerial game going whenever he gets opportunities, and he seems to be getting them right now. He's going to try and punish Monkey Moon, and he will. This is something he likes to do a ton, and he wasn't having as much success against some other opponents because they were just recovering and closing the windows that seemed to be open fast enough. But Zapatos right now completely running it up. He's going to pin this on the post and make it 7-2 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Slight offset kickoff to the right, and a big delay and a complete fake. Monkey Moon is not even going to let the ball go in. Did he try and delay as well? Obviously, there was some shenanigans here. Yeah, he did try and delay as well, but he got out delayed by Zapatos and then tilted off the face of the earth and hit forfeit. So Monkey Moon failing to take down Zapatos. I think that was not really the challenge that he had in North America that he cared that much about. I think he did clutch out the event that mattered to him more, probably. But hey, it's nice, fun little 1v1 we got to see between these two. Now let's go watch Zapatos versus Dralii. We are getting a taste of what it's like to see the Zap Dasher against a ton of different EU 1v1ers. I think it's been a fun time, remembering just how exciting Zapatos can be. very entertaining and unique play style, as he's going to go up against the Feer 100,000 Invitational winner in Dralii. So you could argue one of the best, if not, the best 1v1er available over there in EU, at least as far as active players playing on EU servers. We'll see how he fares against Zapatos. Now, of course, he has probably a slightly more important event coming up for him as well, but that shouldn't affect his 1v1 skill very much. We know he's playing on top form, and Zapatos going to steal this one away. It falls into the corner in a position where he is not likely to be able to find a way to get to nets, but will reset onto his back line. Gets forced out of net because Dralii looking for the bump, and he actually got him back and said, hey, you're going to try and bump me, I'll bump you. And we'll get the first goal of this second replay. Dralii has been playing this first minute or so against Zapatos really speedy. I mean, I don't know if this is just how he feels he needs to beat Zapatos, or is he trying to intentionally stay at top speed? Of course, Dralii's never been one to really slow down too much in 1v1, but certainly plays a very smart play style, and right now seems to have thrown some of that out of the window for the sake of just going ultra fast. And this air dribble from the back wall going to get denied by Zapatos as he tries to keep this outside the box. Might have a near post shot. Actually tried to mix it up and catch Dralii diving across the net and put it behind him, but he overshot it and put it wide. I think, he obviously would have been better off with anything on target. If he knew he was going to miss, might as well at least try and sneak it near post, even if Dralii was likely to get the save. So Zapatos is going to want that one back, and then the follow-up is going to result in a Dralii goal. In fact, this is the way Zapatos likes to score on his opponents so often, which is just take a shot on net when they get a little bit too focused on stealing boost and extending a possession. Zapatos going to win this kickoff. A little bit more of those double resets. So much, fanfare far out from the nets. And while it might intimidate opponents a little, I'm not sure every single one of those resets does a ton to make Dralii miss. Maybe if Dralii was challenging early, but he's just kind of waiting out on the goal line. So it's almost like Zapatos just freestyling a bit for fun. Doesn't necessarily cost him a ton of boost on the dribble though. And, if he can do it at a really high level of reliability, then why not go for it to just throw a new look at a defender who probably doesn't see that very often. Little turtle catch by Dralii to make it 3-1 halfway through this game. Wave dash kickoff. No surprise, Zapatos able to get down quicker and trying to go for a little wave dash cheeky pop on this ball. Dralii couldn't get this on target. Zapatos has to be careful with his touch, but he does clear it across the net. And is now chasing the ball down on 0 boost. Again, he wants to turn no matter how much boost he has, only a couple pads. This time the turn actually forced Dralii to slam the ball off the back wall and did earn him a possession, but then he kind of fell for the same tricks the other way. Dralii, a little fake challenge, and Zapatos just instantly folded to that and gave up possession, and Dralii will take through the air to make it 4-1. Zapatos needs to find some offense here while this game is still within reach. He's got 2 minutes, but a kickoff win for Dralii. Again, he is looking to try and warm up the mechs or something, because he is just going big or going home. Part of that speeding around the field, or even just getting heavy touches to set up these aerials more so than you'd normally see him do. And now he's just going to dive on the ball. I mean, that just makes my point right there. Just wants to go quickly, and he wasn't even necessarily baked. He just got ahead of himself. And he allows Zapatos a second goal. He's going to half flip on this kickoff. Zapatos flicking high. Recovery inside the net for Dralii. Now he's going to actually slow down here a little bit and let Zapatos take a shot. Looking for the counter, and Zapatos, I think, maybe got too in love with the dashing there. It's such a long setup on the single jump. I want to go check and see from his perspective. Was this dashing the fastest way to get back? I don't know. It's hard to see. We won't check a third time, but from Dralii's perspective, it looked like he maybe could have just, flipped a couple times instead of this slow setup to the dash. Dralii just going to turn and dunk on Zapatos, who seemed to be trying to collect a dribble here, but took his sweet time. And before he could really get anything going, Dralii gonna take it away. Another wave dash kickoff, leading to both these guys going into yet another 50 with another wave dash. Dralii takes away the back corner boost and takes away the ball. And we'll cut this infield into an air dribble. Zapatos trying to challenge in the air from the sidewall and actually managed to do so. A really tough challenge to actually connect with. And he's earned himself a possession now. And he will use that flick to try and carry into a dribble. Super low to the ground. Not going to work out. Does cost him a ton of boost. So now he'll be defending against Dralii, who will try and show him a nice way to score a double reset. Maybe make it a triple reset, because I think he got one last reset to wave dash, but then Zapatos was too quick to get out of the game before we could see the end result. Oh no, that was not a final dash. He had just gotten one right here. This one hit the side of his car for a second. I thought he might have had even more. But the wave dash shots is denied by a nice forfeit. That is defense in its own right. So Zapatos taking down Monkey Moon, but maybe not taking down Dralii. I think we all would have expected Dralii to be a little bit more prepared for a nice 1v1 battle against Zapatos. But hey, not a bad look either way. Just a couple things to clean up here if he wants to try and contend with Dralii. But Dralii will take the game.